What's up, guys? This is Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Sir Maxwell, and today we will be discussing RWBY Volume 5, Chapter 13, Downfall. We'll start off this episode where we picked up last one. Hazel beating Crow and Osmond's ass, and, Lionheart's getting him, getting it behind whoop. Nora goes in, but first John's like, I don't think I'm healing wise. I'm thinking I'm using my semblance to amplify her semblance. It's very interesting because, what if John is able to, boost people's auras and semblances? And then maybe he could, boost his own. And, maybe he could take people's semblances, maybe he could, it's aura manipulation. He manipulates people's auras, and maybe he can drain people's auras, or he could fill people's auras up. You know what I mean? That could be very, very powerful and very, very useful if it grows and evolves and changes. John could be very, very useful. So all these John haters, I'm making it my defensive John arc video as well because I need to stop hating on my man John. Like, stop hating on my boo. Anyway, anyway. So yeah. Nora gets in there, and Hazel, dumbass, just charges her semblance up, and she's Nora's getting charged up with that lightning. So Nora flips him over, he's like, ugh. And then Osmond's like, well, his semblance, he blocks out pain. So that's why, that's why he's not going down. That's why he can handle so much dust being in his body. And Nora's like, I don't need him to hurt. I just need him to go down. And she grunts and she hits that hammer. Ooh, and he flies out of the building. And that's when we transition into Adam. And like, our friends are almost done here. We about to blow some shit up. And Blake's like, Adam. Look, we need to talk about. Can we have a discussion about Blake's grunts? About how the way Blake grunts in the show and when she attacks and when she's scared. It sounds like she's having an orgasm. It just sounds like, listen to Blake's grunts. Can someone go do that? Just look that up. That's very sexual. I'm sorry. Especially when she's talking about, like, Adam or somebody. But whatever. So yeah. She's like, this is not what's right for the fauna. Stand down. Adam's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But you're stupid because you led yourself to me. I mean, I didn't even have to track you down. I should have known your stupid ass would have came here and led yourself to me. And she's like, but you can't stop me. I've been powerful friends. And she's like, you know what? I can't stop you. Not by myself. And then all the army of menagerie faunas come up. I thought they would like come out of the boats, like in kind of like in the Wonder Woman. If you know what comic I'm talking about, or all the Amazons rushing on the land, or the animated Wonder Woman movie I'm talking about. But alas, the Faunus are there. Kira's there with the Faunus. Sun is leading an army of Faunus. Ilya dismantled the bomb because Adam tries to blow shit up because he's petty as fuck. He's like, well, if I can't be happy and victorious, no one can. She blows shit up. And then, Callie comes with the police, and, Adam is surrounded. And then they start fighting, and then, she's like, you've lost. You've really lost. And then Adam, tries to slice Blake. I don't know. I mean, he knows her semblance, so he should have known that she would have, done the shadow clone. And then she knocks him down with her fist. She didn't even get the weapon out. And then Hazel, they're fighting. Everyone's starting to fight. And then Hazel's like, oh. And then, while this is going on, Weiss wakes up. And Weiss is like, what's going on, Jean? And, Jean's like, you took a heavy hit, but, you need to, I'm healing you. You're good now. And she's like, all right, cool. Keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. So Hazel gets a Queen Lancer bud in the thing. Like, it just goes straight through his heart. He gets pulled back in, and looks like it's mine and Shimoto's playing it. Weiss summons a beautiful Queen Lancer Grim. It's amazing, and it's great. Ah, great. So, yeah, they're doing that. And, Blake comes in. She's like, what the fuck's going on? And then we have a little mini team reunion. And, she's like, Blake's like, Yang. And then all the annoying Bumblebee fans are just go, ooh, we need to talk about Bumblebee too. I'm not against Bumblebee, but I'm not a blind Bumblebee fan. I'm not a blind shipper. We'll have another discussion, another video. But we have so many things to talk about now that RWBY. We have so much to talk about now that RWBY Volume 5 is over. I talk really fast. I talk like Ruby Rose. I talk really fast. Ruby Rose is my spirit animal. I need to get a RWBY poster up in the back. I have a RWBY poster that's like up there. I have a RWBY poster that's up there, but I don't have like a RWBY poster that's behind me in my little backdrop. So I need to get one. Anyway, I'm gonna get the Volume 5 poster and put it in the back and see how that goes. Anyway, so we have a little team reunion, and Ruby's like, "Yeah, go now!" And then she goes, and Emerald's like, "No!" She tries, and then Mercury grabs her arm, she unhooks her arm, and then she jumps down in the vault, and then Weiss does a little ice thing to block Emerald and Mercury from chasing them, and then we get the Triumph instrumental. It's amazing, The battle seems unwinnable, but all we need is a miracle. I love that song. It's a little Triumph thing that's gonna come to the channel very soon. Anyway, so we could go down to Raven and Bernal and Cinder, and she's like, Bernal was a decoy the entire time. And then, basically, she's like, the last spring maiden shouldn't have trusted you. You probably killed her. So Raven's like, oh, bitch, not today. So they start fighting, and they have this amazing. I don't know how else to say it. They have an amazing maiden fight. I can't even, the first, like, we show how great Raven is with her sword, and then we show how great Cinder is. She's beating Cinder, and she's using different dust blades, and she hitting Cinder Grim arm, and she's like, I can't protect your arm. It's Grim. And, you turn yourself into a monster. Oh, just a full out diva battle. Ooh, it was good. Raven, Cinder was using fire, just firing at her, and then Raven was using a bunch of ice, which I found weird considering that she's the Spring Maiden. So I figured she would use more, earthy magic, like maybe summon some vines, or earth control the earth or something, something springy. Maybe some, kind of like poison ivy, some earth magic, and some sun, some wind, some lightning, maybe a little fire, maybe a little sunshine. Not ice. That sounds like something the Winter Maiden would do. But to be fair, I mean, Amber used ice. People are saying that all maidens can use all of them. Certain people have certain preferences, and Raven's is ice, and Cinder's is fire. But my thing is like, okay, if you're going to have a maiden, if you're gonna have maidens and they're gonna be based on specific seasons, then you might as well why have a maiden be called spring or winter? Because if they all have the same powers, what's the difference? Except for like the rocks they can open. But I mean, that's really the only difference. So if a random girl gets powers, it's just like, okay, I'm a maiden, but what type of maiden am I? Am I the winter one? Am I the spring one? It's not regional. It's because it's random. So why have the spring maiden have ice powers? You know what I'm saying? But I guess all of them can use all of them. I find that weird. Like, what's the point if all of them can use all of them? Like what's gonna make the Winter Maiden special? Cause what's gonna make the Summer Maiden special? I mean, I guess the relics, but that's it. I don't know. It's dumb. But anyway, they have a kick-ass maiden fight. We get a new song. All things must die. And this song is a roast. This song is a pure Cinder roast. Cinder got her ass beat. Cinder getting crispy. Where Raven got Cinder crispy. You know what I mean? Like, even the song was a dig. It was a big dig at Cinder. It was like, this is the end. Here's where y'all die. Legends have scattered. So just say goodbye. No one will miss you when you're finally gone. At your conclusion, sing your swan song. And then they list all like Cinder's crimes, murder, unkindness, conspiracy, embers extinguished in effigy. And then be a little bit of Cinder's theme. Black out the sky. And because at first it was just an instrumental. She just had an instrumental theme sound like Roman Torchwick. But now it kind of has some lyrics. Now it's not like, cause it's not a Cinder song. It's obviously not a Cinder song. But it's like a Cinder song, but it's not. It's a Cinder song with the fact that it's about Cinder's death. It's telling the tale of Cinder's downfall. And I didn't predict Cinder would go down because the title was called Downfall. I was like, downfall, like fall, go down. You know what I mean? A lot of people in different Discord servers are like, nah, I think Raven's gonna die. And I was like, nah, bitch, Raven's not gonna die. Raven's amazing. No, she's not a Raven. Raven's not amazing. She's terrible. She's a piece of shit. Raven is a piece of shit. But she's great at fighting. I love her as a warrior and a maiden. You know, it's black out the sky, all things must die. So yeah, that was a great song. I enjoyed that very much. So yeah, eventually they stopped fighting in the sky, and some people were talking about the fight was like a Sephiroth versus the Advent Children, but this guy was really old. I was actually watching the Fat Man Falling reactions with Celtic Phoenix and Six Slick Productions and British Ninja, and someone was like, "This looks I mean, they're old. I don't know what that is. I should look into it to see if it's really a ripoff." And I mean, they draw different inspirations from different places, like they draw some Avatar influence, they draw some other influence. I don't know. So I guess is anything really original nowadays? I mean, the story is original enough. So I mean, if it looks similar to a certain anime, I'm not gonna like bash Miles and Carey for that. But yeah. Since so Raven's like, after they finished fighting in Sky, Raven's like, if you were smarter and more clever, you had enough. If you were smarter and more clever, you would always know to watch your back. She turned around. Vernal is still alive. Vernal was like, surprise, motherfucker. So Vernal was like, phew. And Vernal, hit she of course Cinder blocked it because it's just a bullet, just a dust bullet. But it distracted her enough to where um um Raven could hit her in the face with some blue lightning, like be gone, thought. Raven was like, be gone, thought, and hit Cinder straight in the face. So that was a thing. That was a thing. Anyway, so and then she freezes her on the way down. So she's falling and she's frozen, so she's gonna shatter. I think Cinder's dead. A lot of people do not think that. They say nobody, no death. I mean, if Cinder's not dead, cool, then we'll get that home. Because John had his little fight with her. He lost. But, I mean, John got a chance to take Cinder out, and he didn't. Not because he didn't want to, because he just failed, because Cinder was stronger than him. RWBY, on the other hand, I think RWBY probably would have failed too. People were like, "Oh yeah, I wanted RWBY to fight, John, and I want RWBY to fight Cinder, this big rivalry." Look, RWBY would have gotten beat unless she like OP'd, used her silver eyes and hurt her Cinder's little grim arm to the point where she couldn't fight. RWBY would have lost. Like even if Cinder didn't have her grim arm and Cinder wasn't a maiden, RWBY would probably get her butt beat. Right? Neo beat her butt. Rowan was kind of beating her, but everybody kind of beat RWBY up. I mean, RWBY is kind of good with her sight, but then eventually she just loses. I don't know. I mean, in these last couple chapters, she's pretty good with it, but RWBY's not that popping. I mean, RWBY's great, but she's not the best. You know what I mean? Like these villains are above her. Like she needs people around her to help her. But anyway, that's not my point. My point is, I think Cinder's dead. I'm glad she's gone. I didn't really like Cinder all that much. Never really got her backstory. Unicorn of War had a great made a backstory for Cinder, which I would have preferred it if that would have been explored more, if that was canon. I really hope that that's it. Or maybe we're not done with Cinder and she'll be in volume 6 or volume 7 or something. But apparently they're gonna have a new female villain come soon. So we'll see. And then Raven opens this vault, and Vernal's dead. Raven opens the vault, and before she gets the relic, Yang pops down, and that's the end of that episode. This is a great episode. This is one of my best. I think Raven versus Cinder was the best fight one of the best fights in the series. And personally, this is my thing. I feel like everybody in the show could fight like that if only Rooster had the budget. They're like, oh, why is Crow's not fighting as well as he did? Well, they didn't spend budget on Crow. I'm sorry. The only reason Crow whooped Tyrion was because they had budget. Okay, as long as you have budget, you can do anything in RWBY. I'm sorry. Like I'm sure if RWBY had budget for RWBY to fight Cinder and they wanted RWBY to win and they had enough budget for it to make RWBY do all the shit, RWBY would probably beat Cinder. So, or like if they wanted to make John a badass and they had enough budget to do all the flips with him, they would make fucking John a badass. Same thing with Adam. Same thing with Blake. Same thing with Ilya. Same thing with anyone. If they, budget is key. And a lot of people were like, there's not a lot of fights. This volume, there's not a lot of fights. Well, the character shorts, those had action in them. Though that was budget. That was budget. Those are like 3 episodes worth of fights. Those character shorts. And then we had spread out little fights, through the volume. But I don't know. I will discuss more of that in the defense of RWBY Volume 5 video that I'm making. Anyway, this has been Maxwell Comics Inc. I'm your host, Sir Max. So may the power protect you. Bye.